Let's go. Ja, da stehen wir auch schon vor den dreien hier. Trink mit Laro. Oh, scheiße, ich bin im falschen Film. Abbruch. Gehen, überspringen, beenden. Ja, ciao. War natürlich geil. Audio. Was haben wir jetzt hier für Audio? So, Headphones. Und try again. So, dann wollen wir mal. Sprich mit Lauro.
Hello, you need something?
What do you think about Captain Reuben?
I know what it's gonna sound like, but I liked it better when you were captain.
Thank you. Heartfelt. But tell me why.
He's a good captain, but he lacks team spirit, if you know what I mean.
He's aloof, doesn't get along with his crew.
You're still far from the mark. To him, we're nothing more than lackeys. The only one who gets a smile from time to time is the pretty Gretchen, one of the girls from the tavern. She scratches his itch. As soon as he can, he's off to the brothel. Must cost him a right fortune. He should be careful. A debt with a coin guard is like sailing near a storm.
When pride and debt are your masters, it can push you to desperate measures.
You afraid he might do something stupid?
Perhaps, but keep that to yourself if you would.
Anything else?
I need to go. Farewell.
Smooth sailing.
So, was ist mit ihr?
Good day. What can I do for you?
We have a few questions to ask you, Flavio.
I'm all yours, Captain.
What do you think about your new captain?
He is fair, decisive, and he certainly knows the sea. But he keeps his distance, as if he wasn't a member of our species. And since we got here, it's been worse. He seems troubled. The slightest disagreement puts him over the edge. But never mind me. It's not my place to judge my captain. He's got responsibilities I can't fathom. Anything else?
I need to be off. Perhaps we'll meet later.
Ja.
Farewell, then.
Kann ich das nicht sagen? Ihm würde ich das
Your
auch sagen.
Excellency, I am so pleased to see you again.
The pleasure is shared.
Captain,
Good day, Jonas.
what can I do for you?
What do you think of your new captain?
He knows how to make people obey him and runs a tight ship. What else is there to say? He's a captain. I'm only a cabin boy.
Does he get on well with Alba?
He was suspicious of her at first, but when he saw that she was trustworthy, he treated her like one of our own. But when she disappeared, he told us that she didn't have what it takes to be a Nod. He spoke of treason, that sort of thing. I imagine he regretted having trusted her at all. Anything else, Your Excellency?
I'm afraid I need to be going. Watch out for yourself.
Frage Gretchen. Gretchen, du kleines Gretchen. 26, ja. Bis 40 ist noch ein weiter Weg, ne? Wenn die Quest so ewig dauert, so viel rumgerenne. Ich krieg 1900 für eine Quest, für die ich eine halbe Stunde
Come
rumgerannt bin.
closer, good people.
Ich kann aber auch in die Arena gehen und krieg 1500
Oh, it's you
Erfahrungspunkte
Normans
für
here for a day.
einen Kampf, der 5 Sekunden dauert. Das ist, ja. Ja, wo ist sie? Da. Ah, da stand sie eben auch schon.
Hello, my darlings. It's rare to see the upper crust in here. It must be my lucky day. Do you and yours want to have a good
Okay, von
time?
weiter weg sah sie besser aus.
I could call a few friends.
I'm sorry, but I'm not here for that.
Really? What would you like then?
I was told that Captain Reuben liked you a lot, and that you spent a lot of time with him.
He's one of my regulars, it's true. He always asks for me. It's because I'm the sweetest.
Does he confide in you?
Sorry, my dear. But what's between my clients and me is nobody's business.
Hier anbieten, Kurtisane zu werden. Was?
How about a change of scenery and a chance to work in a more luxurious environment?
Become a courtesan? But don't you need connections to get there?
I'm the legate of the congregation, and the governor's cousin. So?
Oh, I'm not stupid enough to miss such a chance. What do you want to know?
Did Reuben tell you about his relationship with his men and his superiors?
Oh, yes. He's always complaining about it. He was hoping for a promotion. He wanted to be appointed fleet commander, but they only changed his ship. And the crew is nowhere near his level, and his admiral despises him. He says everyone is unfair towards him and doesn't recognize his talents, and it has turned him bitter.
Have you noticed him change lately?
Yes, he's become impatient and anxious. He has become suspicious too.
Did he tell you about his plans?
Like everyone else, he likes building castles in the air. He told me that he would soon be someone very important and very rich, and that he would marry me. But they all say that.
Thank you, Gretchen. I'm done.
Okay,
All that this young woman told us only confirms our suspicions. This man is a complete traitor. We should follow him after dark. We may be able to catch him in the act.
wo ist die Sonne? Steht im Westen, ne? Hier ist er ja schon da. Ja, Kurtisane wird's wohl nicht, ne? Da ich nicht mit den rede. Ups. Ja, vielleicht kommt das ja noch. Ja, er scheint nicht da zu sein.
We can see everything from here.
Da war er. Ist aber nicht das Gebiet der Nauten hier, ne? Ich schleiche hier nur so rum. Ich mache extra ein paar Umwege, dass ich den nicht einhole. 30 Meter Vorsprung hat er.
You'll find all you need in our selection, whatever you need.
zu einem Briefkasten. Ja, geht's zum Briefkasten. Komisch.
Here he is, red-handed. A sellout. Shall we arrest him?
We should first find out what he puts in the box. Let him finish. The way is clear. Now, let's take a look at this box.
Interessiert mich
The
doch sehr.
captain and his buyer should meet here at nightfall. This must be where the exchange will take place.
We should put this message back in its place. Nobody should know that we've read it. And we should warn the Admiral immediately. She'd want to know.
Let's go.
Schnell! Munition. Oh, nee, rüber. Admiral, ich habe was herausgefunden. Hier. Sprich.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
We know a little more. Reuben continues to use the dead drop and has made an appointment with his buyer.
He has quite the nerve to continue using that box even though he knows you know about it.
He must have thought that we would not come back. The meeting is tonight. This could be a good time to get the proof we need. What do you think?
That's an excellent idea. I will come with you. I want to see this traitor fall with my own eyes.
Und wieder zurück. Dieses ewige Hin- und Hergerinne nervt schon ziemlich. Das ist irgendwie so inhaltslos. Man kann halt auch wenig entdecken in diesen Städten. Also es ist, die Leute sind quasi tot. Nicht das allerbeste Spiel. Ach, wieder da oben.
From this position, we'll be able to see the meeting discreetly.
Perfect. I can't wait to witness it. This traitor is going to find out exactly what it costs to make fun of us.
Men of the coin. Our greedy captain has gotten together with them.
The wretched traitor. How dare he sell us to lawless mercenaries?
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Come on, you chicken! Come on!
Ja, der hat was.
Ha! This traitor got what he deserved.
Is everything all right, Admiral?
It's nothing. Sorry to have charged like that. I got carried away. I couldn't bear to see this traitor sell his whole family for a few coins.
Do you want us to tend to your wound?
No, I'll go back to port and get back on my feet. Find the documents. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, the three of you. Desarde, What can I do for you?
Toll, ich wollte ihn
The investigation is progressing, Admiral.
Hurry up, or I'm afraid he'll soon take action. But be careful. Anything else?
The investigation is progressing, Admiral.
Hurry up. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral.
Was? Jetzt muss ich da wieder hinlaufen. Nee. Wie schlecht ist das denn? Boah, ey, das ist so kacke. Ich stand halt da. Oh Mann. Ja, laufe ich wieder dahin. Dann laufe ich auch gleich wieder zurück zum Admiral. Dann können wir gestohlen bleiben, diese Nauten. Steht in kein Verhältnis hier. Ach, das war ein Busch. Ja, hier.
He was ready to sell more than just his own knowledge. There are plans for machines and ships that he must have stolen from elsewhere. In addition to a substantial sum, Reuben is also going to obtain a major post on the continent. Everything is here. We'll give it to the Admiral tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Jetzt! Den Scheiß an den Kopf geschmissen. Was ist das? Hallo!
Desarde, what can I do for you?
How are your wounds?
I recovered fast. It was nothing. Did you find the documents he intended to sell?
Yes, here they are. But there was more than just his journal.
So, he lusted after a prestigious position. And what a salary! I see that our secrets are still worth a fortune. Thank you for bringing me all this. We owe you a lot, Desarde. I will not forget it. Nor will I forget the lesson. Be sure of it. You have my full gratitude. Anything else?
Nein,
I
bloß
need to be
weg.
going. Until we meet again, Admiral.
Bloß weg. Ich muss jetzt irgendwo hinreisen. Nehmen wir mal das. Um sie an Bord zu holen. Gruppe zusammenstellen. Schmeißen wir ihn mal raus. Nehmen sie auf. Und dann sprechen wir mit ihr.
Desarde, I'm happy to see you. I can't wait to find this famous cave of knowledge and what it contains. I could probably go alone, but just think about what you could learn, and not only about yourself.
Ja, ja.
Don't you
Natürlich
want to
komm ich mit.
understand where your face markings come from?
Ja, diese ganzen Markierungen.
You're right, Afra. I will accompany you.
Thank you, Desarde. Let's return to Duncas's village. Our new friends will surely be able to tell us more about this cave.
Wenn wir die Höhle jetzt sehen, ja. Shit. Reisen. Oh, scheiße. Reisen. Shit. Ich soll mit Dunkers reden, der sitzt doch da in seinem Haus, oder nicht? Ja, vielleicht ist er woanders. Frage die jungen Leute. Okay. Fragen wir die jungen Leute.
We are happy to see you again. You will always be welcomed as friends here.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you too. But we came to ask you something.
Of course. What do you want?
When we participated in the Dunkus meditation. He spoke of a cave of knowledge you had to go to.
And you want to see it? You still wish to learn how we become bound? It is a very sacred place. Only those who will become Donegada may enter there.
That's right, Year One. But they saved my life.
If someone finds out that we have helped the Renaigse to enter a sacred place, they will refuse to bind me.
Dunkus will never do such a thing. What needs to be done will happen, no matter what.
You're probably right.
Look for the entrance in the Vedhat Ganadu. Entering there will not be easy, but you will have to discover the rest by yourself. Like true apprentices.
Thank you, Morian. And fear not. No one will ever learn what you have entrusted us with.
Ja, ich weiß jetzt nicht, ob ich dahin reisen kann oder ob ich wirklich dahin... Also an der richtigen Stelle rausgehen kann und das neue Gebiet freistellen. Wo ist der Stein schon wieder? Immer suche ich den. Ja, mal in die Mitte stellen können. So, ja, Lager, ja, da reisen wir auch hin. Die Tore des Herzens. Ja, da war ich doch auch schon, oder? Ja, war ich schon. Ach du Scheiße, das sind nur Leute. Die sind neu.
If this savage spoke the truth, we'll be rich soon. I don't like the thought of staying here too long, though, in case our corpse's cousins turn up. But we need to find a way to force this bloody root door. Hey, what are you doing here?
We could ask you the same question.
Except we found this place first. The treasure is ours. So I suggest you disappear. Fast.
Listen, we didn't mean to bother you. We were only exploring the area. But perhaps you could tell us exactly what you're doing here.
You look like nobility, and we don't want any trouble. We also are, explorers. We discover secret places. That type of thing.
Really? And you found one near here?
Yeah. We managed to convince a savage to talk to us. And he told us there's a holy cave not far from here. The kind of place where the natives hide their treasures. But be careful, eh? It's ours.
And how do you plan on entering this cave?
Well, with enough explosives, we'll eventually get through those roots blocking the entrance. It's only a matter of time.
I see. Very subtle. And the islander didn't tell you anything about this?
He didn't really have the time. And he didn't have a key on him. Just some bloody seeds. Anyway, now that you know what we're doing here, you better leave.
Listen, I don't want to worry you, but you are taking a big risk by staying around here. When the Islanders clan notice his disappearance, they will come for him. You can imagine what will happen then.
Yeah, you're not wrong. With the time it will take to craft enough explosives, we may end up with a whole tribe after us. Never mind, guys. We're leaving. Fast!
Der Tod hat Samen bei sich gehabt. Der Junge, ja. Was ist das noch? Stahlflott. So, die Samen nehmen wir mal mit, ne? Cazzoletti. Cazzoletti.
At last, we made it here.
How do we get in?
Look around. There has to be a way.
Naja, guck mal. Untersuche den Altar, da können wir mal die Samen reinlegen.
This stone. There's a slot at the top. Probably to put something in.
The natives' beliefs are based on exchanges. If we want this door to open, I imagine that we will have to make an offering.
Now we have to find out what we should offer.
Here is my offering to the Cave of Knowledge. There. Place the seed on the stone.
Ich muss doch erstmal hier hoch. Ja, kannst du Letty nochmal über den Schreibtisch laufen. Das ist immer gut, sehr hilfreich. Da unten muss ich hin. Oh, schnell sprechen nicht erlaubt.
The character has changed. He now resembles an Onol Manawi.
You're right. They even depict his bond to the forest.
It seems like this painting depicts some kind of ritual.
Yes. The character at the center is pouring blood on a stone. And one of these giant creatures that the natives call Nardigs is present.
The location looks like the stone circle where we met the two young natives.
Someone's coming. Let's hide. If anyone finds us here, we're sure to lose the trust of the islanders.
Steh weg! Nur wenn man klettert, da Schnellspeicherung.
Esco halen, esco valg med agengo selerge mantadabem, avenundanum.
Mach, es boglin daiga ni dau. A yigi dames etier como lei.
Cair to, Morian, ages radai de radi dauem tairger began.
Cau den nes greta como lei. Nas oltargo tu, vreg de det mad advad. Abud antadab me en ekekam. No adaholeg.
Okay, Adaholeg. Die wabern jetzt darum. Okay, dann gehen wir den gleichen Weg raus, den ich bekommen bin. Hoffen wir, dass ich schneller bin. Auf. Hätte ich gar nicht gewundert, warum die Tür schon auf war.
The paintings in the cave were magnificent and have taught us so much. It is obvious that they depict the bonding ritual and its consequences. It is by pouring their blood on the raised stones that the natives become metamorphs.
I'm not really sure if I follow you.
And yet it's clear to see. The islanders think that their ritual has magic consequences, but there must be some sort of contamination in their blood as they pour it. The only way to verify this theory is to attend a full ritual. We must attend Yewan's.
How will we know when it takes place?
Dunkus said it would take place after the young people visited the cave, and they will most likely need some preparation. We should go to the Holy Circle of Kurganau tomorrow. What do you say? Will you come with me?
Aber klar.
Very well. I hope that Dunkus will not be too angry after seeing us there.
Let's take some time to rest, and then we'll go back to the place where we met them.
War ich zu langsam jetzt, oder was? Wohin soll ich gehen? Erstmal zum Lagerfeuer. 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 So, schlafen. Und zwar ist die Nacht ausruhen. Schlafen.
You again? Your curiosity is truly unquenchable.
Forgive our intrusion, Dunkus, but I really want to attend Yewan's ritual. I have learned a lot thanks to you, but I still have so much left to understand.
If you were one of ours, Afra, I would be flattered to have such an inquisitive and resolute apprentice. You can attend the ritual, but promise me that you will be discreet. No Renaigse ever had this honor before.
We will do everything in our power to prove ourselves worthy of your trust, Dunkus.
Okay.
How are you? You must be feeling impatient.
Impatient, yes, and a little bit afraid as well.
It's only natural to be afraid, Yerwan. It's a new life starting for you. But I will be by your side, now and forever.
You look preoccupied.
Our people have suffered many lions attacks, often during rituals. In some villages, all the young Sinalmanawi were abducted. You seem different from the other Zafra, but I can't help worrying.
I have nothing to do with these attacks, Dunkus, I swear.
I believe you. Otherwise, you would not be here with us. But I hope that your brothers will not be there in the shadows, ready to pounce on our children.
Ja. Ich kann ihn nur beschützen. So, mit wem soll ich noch reden? Der Eule da.
Times really must have changed for some Renaigse to attend our rituals. These are very different from the others. Their leader is an Onol Menawi after all.
I know I look like them, but I'm not one of them.
You may not be bonded, but your parents must have been. You should be proud and happy about it. It is probably thanks to your bond that Dunkas has accepted your presence.
Aruich nestiri, adesta marar mam.
Meneda, Meneda. You are an Onolmanawi now, Johan. And soon you will heal the earth by our sides. Like a real Donegard.
Thank you, Donkas. I feel so proud.
I am so happy that we can be Voglendaiga together at last.
What about you, Afra? Did you find the answers you were looking for?
It's strange. I didn't exactly understand what happened, but I am moved.
Some events must be understood with the heart, not the head.
It seems like you are right, Dunkus.
We are under attack.
Grab the young
Oh
metal.
ja.
The others don't matter.
I won't let them take you, Morian.
They won't touch you. Desade, we have to protect them.
You can count on me.
A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Ja.
Your curiosity, Afra, has saved lives. If it weren't for you, people from my village would have been abducted or killed. I am infinitely grateful, especially considering that fighting against your brothers could not have been easy.
Indeed. These people were brutes. They had it coming. However, you don't know how right you are, Dunkus. I recognize some of these men.
Really? Did they belong to the governor's court?
No. They worked for my former master, Dr. Asili. I was his student for a long time before I realized that this man's methods were questionable. He was so obsessed with his goals that he became cruel. But I can't believe he'd go as far as abducting people for his experiments.
You think that the Onol Manawi are used for experiments?
Now that I have seen these soldiers, I am certain of it. And I'm afraid they may suffer atrocious treatment under the guise of scientific progress. I am so ashamed.
Come now, shame serves no purpose. And you are proof that the lions are not all the same.
Thank you, Dunkus. And thank you, Desade. You opened my eyes.
Afra ruft +3. Freundlich. So, das hätten wir auch noch hier in uns. Schuh 27. Hier direkt mal. Ach, fuck. Irgendwo hinreisen da. Ist nicht hier mal ein Gucker? Ja, nichts Neues. So, Afra raus, Kurt rein. Mit Kurt reden. Nein. Please. Gott.
Greenblood, my friend. Glad to see you. I'd like to talk to you about something.
I'm listening.
Remember that note we found in Rolf's...
Been sent to different governors?
Yes. It was signed with a name I'm familiar with. Herman. Somebody I'd hoped never to cross paths with again. He was the one who founded the camp we closed. And believe me, he has done an incredible amount of damage to the Guard. I'm gonna find him and make him pay for what he's done. I know that he's in San Mateus.
This quest for revenge isn't only about what happened to Raynor and the others, is it? Very well. You can count on me. What do you plan to do?
Major Herman is posted in San Mateus. He's part of the Red Sun Regiment now. He's loyal to Torsten, but kept his head down when the coup was dismantled.
Isn't denouncing him enough? He'll be put to death for high treason.
The Guard's reputation has suffered enough from Torsten's scheming, and he has connections in high places. I'm sure he has many supporters.
What are you getting at? Are you going to kill him yourself? If he's well connected, the Mother Cardinal will surely hear about it, and I doubt she'd be pleased.
I know. That's the whole problem. We need to get rid of him without anyone finding out.
If Petrus were here, he would probably tell us to do the exact opposite.
That old fox is as sly as ever. But I don't see what you're getting at.
There's a group in San Mateus that could make someone disappear in broad daylight, without anyone saying anything about it.
Those mad inquisitors.
Exactly. It might not be easy to convince our good friend Aloysius, but it's worth a try.
You're right. And if we bring Petrus, he will surely help us sway the Inquisitor. I must say, this is a horrid solution. But if anyone deserves it, it's that bastard Herman. We'll need to find him, though. And he's been keeping a low profile since the coup failed.
And we've already seen to what extent the law of silence has on the Guard.
We need help. Our new commander might be able to tell us who to turn to. She knows everybody.
All right then. Agreed. Let's start by going to see her.
Gut. Dann reisen wir mal. Zip. Was? Hä? Ach Mann. Reisen wir da hin. Bin ich. Reisen wir wieder weg. Das ist schon so komisch, dass ich da hin muss. Sieglinde. Sieglinde, sie weiß Bescheid, sie weiß Bescheid, sie weiß Bescheid. Sieglinde.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
Was?
To my health, and death to the others!
Okay, cool. Zum Warmmachen. Ach nee.
Ah, Your Excellency, I'm glad to see you. It seems there has been an unexpected development. The manager of the tavern came to find me. He complained of supply problems on the island, and a customs sergeant who is seizing his shipments from the continent. Clearly, neither we nor the palace gave any such orders.
You suspect that these seizures are being used to supply the contraband?
It's the only logical answer.
And you wonder if Egon is involved? Very well. I will find out. No, thank you.
Ja, da ist der nächste Auftrag. Diese komischen Häuser.
Hello, Commander.
Lord de Sade. And Kurt. I believe I should be thanking you for my nomination.
It is your upright and honorable nature that won you this post, not I. Perhaps sometime in the future you'll curse me for having suggested your name.
I hope not. How can I be of service to you?
We are here to talk to you about a document we found in the training camp.
A letter, signed by Major Herman. He's behind all of this, Sieglinder.
Herman. Kurt, this is personal now. When will this story be finished? I could court-martial him, but you know how much certain people support him.
I know. He'd probably get away with it. Everyone loves the heroic Major. No, we thought of another way. The Ordo Luminis.
You want to have them burned as heretics?
If he'd been caught as Torsten's accomplice, he would have been drawn and quartered. Do you think that's any less painful?
I don't know if you came to look for my help or my blessing. You have both, but promise me that you'll stop seeking vengeance after this.
You have my word. We just need your help to find Herman. He's been hiding since the failed coup.
And you need help in the San Mateus barracks. Talk to the corporal in charge of the prisons. I know him well. He's loyal. He's from the old school. If he can help you, he will.
It seems to me that the Ordo Luminis keeps its prisoners in the prisons of the guard.
In fact, if you want to avoid drawing too much attention to yourself, you could bring Herman there directly. I'll write you a letter for the corporal. Here you go.
Thank you for doing this for me, Sieglinder.
You're welcome. And don't forget your promise, Kurt.
Cowboy, der fürs Gefängnis zuständig ist. Ja, erstmal an ihn. Das wäre ein tolles Gespräch.
What do you want now?
We have come to discuss something that concerns you.
Really? I'm listening.
We would like to draw your attention to a man who has confessed to terrible crimes.
Has he professed heresy? Venerated one of the demonic creatures worshipped by the savages?
Not exactly. He's responsible for many deaths, and was one of Torsten's supporters.
Who, as you know, was planning to overthrow your governor and take her place.
These truly are crimes. But they have nothing to do with the Ordo Luminis. You should denounce this man to our governor. I'm sure she'll be happy to have him drawn and quartered. You should leave me now. Your lack of faith has already been proven in the past. I don't know why you even came to see me.
Come now, Aloysius. Are you going to let this regrettable incident obscure your judgment?
Incident? You call the obvious lack of faith of your protege and his behavior an incident?
A momentary error, nothing else. Which she largely made up for by denouncing the commander's plot. To think that without him, San Mateus would be in the hands of faithless, lawless mercenaries. And that we would no longer have any chance of guiding this island towards the light. And that we would no longer have any chance of guiding this island towards the light.
You always know how to shine the best light on the situation, don't you?
Yet you know that Father Petrus is right. I saved your city with the help of Kurt here, and all that we ask in return is that you help us deliver justice. The man we're here to speak to you about escaped punishment thanks to political support.
In a sense, it's ironic, isn't it, Petrus? But you're right. We have a debt towards you, and justice must be delivered. I can't have your man publicly arrested without raising too many questions. But if you arrange for him to come to one of our jails discreetly, I'll make sure justice is delivered. The felon will receive the punishment he deserves on behalf of the glorious enlightened.
May he always keep you in his divine blessing, Aloysius. You will soon find this man in your jail.
Anything else?
Nein.
Nothing.
Bloß nicht.
It's all right.
Remember
Diesen komischen, ekligen
that
will
the
ich nicht reden.
enlightened is always watching you.
So. Gefängnis, Gefängnis, Gefängnis. So, genau, das Gefängnis hier gleich nebenan hier. Das ist immer sehr praktisch.
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. And it's free. Come and see me as soon as
Yes? What can I do for you?
Sir, Commander Sieglander wrote this letter to you.
I wasn't expecting that. Even though I never really liked the Major, the Commander is asking me to do all I can to assist you in your mission. So, what can I do for you?
We're looking for the Major. We know that he was posted here.
Yes, and officially he still is. But I haven't seen him for some time. Following the coup, he was probably expecting us to go after him. The only people he may have told about his hiding place are his lieutenants. Those two are his henchmen.
I see. Well, we'll just have to go and interrogate them.
If we bring him to you, can you make sure he ends up in an Ordo Luminis jail?
Do you want to condemn him to the stake? That's a bit extreme. Listen, I can lock him up, but you'll have to find a way to keep my men from seeing him.
Why is that?
All the guards in the city know the Major. If they see him brought here, they'll want to know why. And they will surely take it out on the Inquisition, which could end badly.
You're not wrong, Corporal. What do you suggest?
If you bring me some sleeping potions, I could put the whole lot of them to sleep. When they wake up, they'll be ashamed of having slept through their watch. But that's better than spilling blood.
So you need sleeping potions. Is that right?
Yes, to put my men to sleep. That would seem the best way of doing it.
Perfect. And then?
When you have your man, let me know, and I'll do the rest. Anything else?
We should go.
Goodbye.
Now that everything is ready, we should go find these lieutenants.
Wo geht's hier raus da? Die Lieutenants sind irgendwo hier, da im Trainingsraum. Sehr, sehr
You're far from
fleißig.
your regiment, Captain. What do you want?
We're looking for Major Herman. I was told you'd know where to find him.
The Major? He must be on a mission somewhere.
Don't play dumb with me, Lieutenant. I'd be sorry to see you arrested as an accomplice.
Listen, Captain. We really don't know what you're talking about. As for your threats, you're not our superior. You're not part of our regiment.
Yet we're here with your new commander's blessing. The Major is accused of treason. You'd better tell us where to find him.
Lies. The Major is a righteous man. We'd give our lives for him.
Really? Let's see you do it.
Guards, help me!
May the enlightened protect me in this battle. May the fire engulf our enemies.
So, are you finally ready to tell us where we can find Herman?
We'll never tell you anything.
Stop! You might be ready to die for him, but I'm not. He's in a warehouse, on the port.
The traitor is probably getting ready to leave the island. What do you want to do with these two, Kurt?
Lieutenants, you're under arrest for now. Go to the commander. She'll decide what to do with you.
At your orders, Captain.
Let's find the Major before he escapes.
Da würde ja niemals nicht hingehen. Wir ist auch schön verschwinden. Also wirklich. Geht da hin und sagt, ihr seid verhaftet. Das ist doch dumm. Das ist kein Mensch. So, ich muss hier raus, ne? Ja. Wahnsinn, mal den richtigen Ausgang gefunden. Den Major fest. Schon weg.
Here he is. What the... Kurt? It's been so long. How did you find me?
Does that really matter, Major? You're finally gonna pay for all your evil, your treachery, and your schemes.
Come with us, Major Herman.
If you think I'm gonna give up without a fight, you're wrong. Soldiers! Seize them!
Again.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle, if you dare! To my hand! And death to the others!
No. What? You shouldn't be surprised. After all, I owe my talents to you.
Let's lock him up. The Inquisitor will do the rest.
Alles ist bereit für die Pläne des Kommandanten. Die Rekruten, die wir vom Phantomlager hergeschickt haben, sind perfekt geeignet. Rolf hat gute Arbeit geleistet. Jemand hat die Mutterkardinälin von den Plänen des Kommandanten gewarnt. Viele unserer Männer wurden verhaftet und hingerichtet. Ich entschied mich dafür, die Kaserne zu verlassen. Diejenigen, die mich unterstützten, könnten sicherlich verhindern, dass ich zum Tode verurteilt werde, aber der Zorn der Frömmeleien ist so groß, dass ich lieber kein Risiko eingehen möchte. Wie tief wir doch gefallen sind. Wir träumten von großartigen Dingen, von Städten, die endlich uns gehören würden. Und nun muss ich mich in einem alten Lagerhaus verkriechen, das nach Fisch stinkt.
Kurt, are you all right?
Yes. Better than ever. You cannot even imagine how much I hated that piece of filth.
What did he do to you?
As you may have guessed, I suffered the same treatment as Raina. The only difference is that I survived, and there's even more. Believe me, I'm glad that these memories went up in flames along with that bastard. Thank you, Green Blood. Thank you for helping me as I go through all this. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, das war doch mal eine kurze Quest. Allerdings ist hier noch etwas dazugekommen. Da bin ich 300 Meter. Hinter mir ist direkt mein Wohnsitz. Das ist, glaube ich, eine gute Mischung, die wir gerade haben für die Quest. Jemand, der mit mir reden will? Nein. Sie auch bald alle auch freundlich haben, ne? Ihre 2 Quests oder was, die da hatten. Sind doch dann alle, ne? Oder hat jeder 3? Ich weiß es nicht. Das wäre natürlich schändlich. Aber vielleicht kriegen wir auch noch einen. Noch einen kleinen dazu. Vielleicht so langsam wir auch mal alle Kampftypen durch haben. Ja! No, I have no time, I'm sorry. Guten Abend.
What can I pour for you?
Manfred, the quartermaster of the barracks, told me about your supply problems.
And he sends you? Damn. I didn't think a legate would act in person, but It's nice to see that our problems are taken seriously. I'll explain. Alcohol has been scarce in New Serene for quite some time. Our suppliers in the town are constantly victims of theft, to the point that they're no longer able to supply taverns. I could have managed if my monthly delivery from the continent had arrived as planned, but customs seized my goods.
Did they give you a reason?
Conservative seizure, they said. Time to check that everything is in order. And now they tell me that they can't return my goods because they've been stolen. Can you believe it? If even customs are getting robbed, what hope do we have?
Huh. This is all rather suspicious. Don't worry. I'll go and see these customs officers and get this cleared up.
Frage die Zöllner. Meinst du Zöllner? Wo geht's runter? Hermann, der Verräter. Söldner.
Customs Officer Alric. What can I do for you?
Desarde, I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. I've been told of some issues with customs. I would like some clarification.
I'm listening, Your Excellency.
I was told that a shipment from the continent bound for the tavern had been seized as a precautionary measure.
Yes, it's possible. We seize cargo sometimes, to verify that all taxes to the town have been paid.
Randomly, without a prior formal order?
No, I don't know. Perhaps we received a complaint. That happens sometimes.
I suppose all entries are noted in your records.
Naturally, but I assure you that we only do our job. It was all routine.
Und jetzt am Verteidigen.
I was informed that customs was robbed.
Yes, these thieves have quite the nerve. Someone even stole personal belongings this time. Since then, I've put all important things in the chest, but I lost the key. Probably on my way here.
Let me summarize. You have confiscated some goods, perhaps because of a report, but you're not sure. Then that same cargo was stolen from you, along with other things in your custody.
Exactly, Your Excellency.
You are either the worst customs officer I've met or the biggest liar.
Listen, Your Excellency, I made a mistake. It's true, I should not have ordered this seizure. In fact, it was late and, counting the crates would have taken me hours. I decided to postpone it. In the meantime, the goods were stolen. It's unfortunate, but I'm not useless.
You haven't even informed the authorities of this robbery. This is all rather suspicious, Officer Auric. So I think it's necessary to conduct this inspection with a search.
Please, Your Excellency.
I'm sure the contents of this chest would be very informative. Maybe we should go to the docks to see if we could find the key that this scatterbrain has lost.
Hä?
So, were you satisfied with your inspection, sire?
Look at this.
You work for Egon? Have you come to ensure my loyalty? Well, you can tell him that I didn't say anything, right?
In fact, you just did. So you are a member of this gang?
No, you don't understand. But I am trapped. And it's been like this for months. I am forced to pull off all kinds of tricks in order to settle an old debt.
Egon?
Yes, sir. Either I do what he says, or I lose my children. I've already paid off my debt 100-fold, but he maintains his hold over me. And now I have no choice but to obey when he asks me to divert larger shares of cargo.
Could you help me identify him?
I'd like to, but I've never met him. He gives me his instructions in writing, or sends his men.
I plan to put an end to this individual's activities, so anything you can tell me will be useful.
I hope you manage it, Your Excellency. For the sake of my children, maybe you could come to the meeting he's arranged tonight.
Do you think he will come in person?
I don't know. This is the first time I've received a notice like this. I fear he'll punish me for arousing the innkeeper's suspicions. He doesn't let anything get past him, you know.
Very well, I will come. If only to avoid you paying the price for your stupidity.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I'll meet you at the North Gate in the evening.
No offense to our new friend. I'm not sure this Egon will come in person. I'd be surprised if he'd bother moving just to lecture a small fry in his business.
Norden steht die Sonne? Ich weiß nicht, was ich davon halten soll. Vielleicht ist es gar keine Sonne, sondern nur eine Fata Morgana.
Ah, there you are. Are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
We have a meeting next to the quarry. As we are early, we should be the first to arrive.
Perfect. I'll hide until they get here.
He will certainly not come alone. I beg you, don't wait to intervene if things go wrong.
Be confident. I won't abandon you.
You should get in position. He'll be here soon.
Was hier? Ding am Steinbruch.
My friend, I'm so glad to see you. Because you owe us some explanations, don't you?
Sir, let me explain. I wanted to do well. I was just a little rushed and...
Silence, fool. Not only have you been so clumsy with your handling that the quartermaster was informed, but in addition, you dared to plot with this legate, a noble that has already cost us dearly. Do you no longer love your children, Alric? You want us to get rid of them? Is that it?
No, Mr. Egon, I beg you. Don't hurt them. I didn't have a choice. The legate came for an inspection, but I didn't tell him anything. I swear.
It's a shame, Alric. Egon loved you, but would replace you with someone else soon enough. Someone smarter. Get rid of him. I don't want to hear from this little roach any longer. As for me, I'm leaving for Hikmet. Try to be discreet. This legate doesn't seem willing to let go.
We're committed to protecting this man.
If we're going to help him, we will probably lose track of our man.
The assassin!
Shut up! Nobody's gonna come.
Maybe anyone can protect me in this battle.
To my help! For pity's sake, spare me! I beg... I owe you my life, Your Excellency.
Don't mention it. Alas, all this was useless. This man was not Egon.
I'm not sure that it's a person, Your Excellency. It may be the name given to the leaders of the gang. I don't know. But I will never be at peace until you arrest them, that's for sure.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. But how can I find this man now?
He said he was going back to Hikmet, which is where he sends the stolen alcohol. I'm sorry. I have not been completely honest with you. I could have told you that earlier, but I knew that without your protection, I would not survive. The deliveries are sent to a dispensary outside the town. No doubt to avoid arousing suspicion.
A dispensary? But what are they doing with all this alcohol?
I'm not sure, Your Excellency. But you'll no doubt find out if you go there.
Well, at least the fright Egon gave Alric managed to loosen his tongue.
Ja, gerade noch mal gut für den. Finde die Apotheke, ja. Wo kann ich hier reisen? Wenn ich nicht. Da ist doch eine Reisung.
At the fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence of alchemy. The best potions.
Toll. Ich immer rumlatsch. Oh Gott, was ist das denn?
No one enters!
What the fuck? Was bringt das? So eine leere Kiste. Toll. Will ich nicht. War ich schon. Kenne ich nicht.
At the fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence of alchemy. The best potions and the most efficient concoctions. All of Alsard's talent put into bottles.
Ja, war ich aber auch nicht. Nur kurz, dass er mir vielleicht was dazu sagen kann. Vielleicht kriegt er ja die Sachen. Ne, die Apotheke.
Come closer. Come closer. All my wares are in the vanguard.
These islanders are drunk.
On your way. There's nothing for a highness here.
I see. Thanks for the advice.
Ich die hier vielleicht rauslassen? Nein.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
To my health, and death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
May the shadow engulf our
So
enemies.
This is the man we saw at the quarry. We must stop him.
Yeah.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
To my health, and death to the others!
Surrender. You are under arrest.
What am I accused of?
You are a high-ranking member of a criminal organization that has named itself Egon. And you did not hesitate to order a murder. So, even though the attempt failed, the gallows await you. Unless you decide to reveal everything you know.
I won't say a word. I won't give you anyone. I'd rather die.
If you really thought so, we would not be talking. You will be taken to New Serene. Manfred will know how to make you talk.
Informiere Manfred. Hilfe, wo bin ich? Hä? So, wo ist der nächste Reisepunkt? Ja, da oben. Manfred, du kannst dich wieder mal austoben. Beim Feuer schon vorbei? Das Feuer verpasst, glaube ich. Na ja. Macht nix. Informiere den Verwalter Manfred. Manfred! Oh Manfred, wo muss ich hin? Muss ich hier rüber? Ich glaube ja. auch außen rumgehen können. Toll.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
Was the captain we arrested transferred to you?
Yes. And we began to question him. It appears that he was paid by Governor Buren. The governor tasked him with weakening the natives as much as possible in order to muzzle the rebellion. They were trying to poison the natives with alcohol, but they needed a lot to do it. Their entire smuggling operation revolved around that.
Did you contact the governor?
Yes. He sent us a letter apologizing, saying he didn't know he was dealing with criminals. His letter was accompanied by a letter of marque to compensate the merchants who suffered in this case.
Which doesn't mean that he will abandon these despicable methods. Is there any news on Egon? We're no longer certain it's even a person.
Even though that name might refer to the organization, someone must be leading it. And that's who we have to stop. Alas, for now, the captain doesn't want to tell us any more. So the interrogation continues. We're waiting for answers on that point. I need your help in another case.
I'm listening.
The Admiral sent us a furiously worded letter. One of their ships was commandeered by our troops. They accused the San Mateus garrison. But I know Herbert is quartermaster. He's an honest man. I'm not saying that the Admiral is lying to us, but I don't understand what could have happened. Whatever the case may be, the Admiral is threatening to refuse all transportation to our men. This will not only hurt the Guard, but also all the nations that employ us. We need someone diplomatic, able to piece this whole story together. Can I count on you?
Yes. I will go see Admiral Cabral and try to understand what happened.
Cabral, ja. Norton? Hätte ich aber gerne den Dingens dabei, ne?
Oh, it's a great pleasure to see you again at the forge. What can I do for you?
Was ist das denn? Richtige Scheiße.
The best forge in Tier 3.
So, wo bin ich? Da, ja, okay. Städte sehen auch alle gleich aus. Dass man nie so genau, wo man gerade lang muss. So, Petrus muss leider raus und Vasco kommt wieder rein. Sackgasse. Dankeschön.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
Manfred, the quartermaster of New Serene Garrison, told me that he'd received a letter from you. Was one of your ships hijacked by the Guard?
The Trident and its crew were commandeered by the San Mateus garrison. Commandeered? We will not let ourselves be threatened by these land pirates. The Guard has no idea who it is dealing with. I've already sent several of our warships to board the Trident and release its crew. The Guards taken on board shall be given no quarter.
I understand, Admiral. But Quartermaster Manfred was as surprised as you to hear this news. That's why he asked me to investigate. The Guard never gave the order for such an operation.
So these mercenaries do not even know how to manage their men? Remarkable. We will not deal with the guard until Manfred cleans up his ranks. No more of these hireling thugs will set foot on my ships. The nobles will just have to do without their bodyguards.
I will tell them, Admiral, and know that I am fully aware of the problems that caused this act of piracy. Not only for the Guard, but for all the nations on this island. I will do everything to find those responsible.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will eagerly await your news. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral. The Admiral knows that we can't do anything without the force of the Guard. By prohibiting them from transport, she is putting everyone at risk, leaving us to take care of the problem.
At the same time, she has something to be mad about. This is the first time in our history that anyone has dared to attack our ships.
Come closer, good people.
Ja, kann ich jetzt wieder zurück, oder was? Ich noch so ein Laufbursche. Ich untersuche in der Kaserne an. Ich untersuche in der Kaserne an. Untersuchung in der Kaserne an.
And what can I do for you?
Quartermaster Manfred sent me.
I was expecting such a visit, and I'm glad Manfred sent an external investigator. This commandeering business may just spell the end of the Guard. Without the Nord's transport, we are finished. I don't understand what could have happened. I can assure you that we have never issued an order to that effect. It's as if some members of the Guard obey others' commands.
We had trouble with a criminal organization within the Guard. I wouldn't be surprised if they were behind this matter once again.
Oh, this is terrible news, Your Excellency. How can we sort the good apples from the bad?
By speaking to those in charge of those in command of this town, and trying to unravel the truth from the lies.
Since you neutralized Major Herman and his gang, 3 lieutenants have been leading the troops, while waiting for a new senior officer to be appointed. They are Lieutenants Alexander, Klaus, and Ermelind.
Do you think they're honorable?
I won't vouch for them, if that's what you're asking. I don't know them well enough.
Thank you, Quartermaster. I'll go and find them. Hello, Lieutenant. My name is Desardet.
Oh, you are the legate of the congregation. You're quite the celebrity amongst our ranks. I am Lieutenant Alexander. Did you need me?
I'm conducting an investigation into the illegal commandeering of the ship the Trident. We must work fast and find out who organized this act of piracy. Or, we will all pay the price. Do you know the men who seized the ship and who they served under?
All I can tell you, Your Excellency, is that I'm sure they were not under my orders. As foolish as it sounds, we don't know the identity of the soldiers involved. Since our previous commander's coup attempt, there's been tremendous upheaval. We lack senior officers. The registers are not up to date, and many men are on the run. I suspect the supporters of the coup who escaped the trial may be responsible.
It's not impossible. I dealt with Major Herman, who was serving Commander Torsten, but I didn't take care of his men.
It's only an idea, of course, but one that seems most logical to me.
I'll leave you, Lieutenant.
Okay, fangen wir jetzt zweiten Verwalter Herbert. Ne, den wollen wir nicht. Oh Gott, so viele Zimmer.
Hello, Lieutenant. Desarde, legate of the merchant congregation.
Lieutenant Klaus. What can I do for you, Your Excellency?
Klaus.
I'm investigating the illegal commandeering of a Naut ship that took place here in San Mateus. Do you happen to know the men responsible and the officer they served under?
I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I don't know. I only took office in this city 2 weeks ago. I'm just getting to know my troops. I was sent here to remedy the lack of officers following the arrest of the commander's men. Are you sure that this commandeering is not the isolated act of a few homesick recruits?
Not totally sure, but it's very unlikely. Managing the crew of a Naut ship requires great numbers and organization.
I see. But in that case, sorry for not being more useful.
Farewell, Lieutenant.
So, dann die noch 17 Meter. Was ist das hier? Ermlinde.
Hello. I am...
Desarde, legate of the merchant congregation, right? Nice to meet you, Your Excellency. Lieutenant Ermelind at your service.
Well, I didn't know I was so famous. Can you tell me anything about the ship that was commandeered by the guards?
A complete act of piracy, if you want my opinion.
Do you know who these guards were and under which officer they served?
No, and no soldier is missing here as far as I know. This is very strange. But since the commander's attempted coup, everything has gone to hell here. Men start muttering as soon as we have our backs turned. Some recruits have suffered violence, but refuse to name their attackers.
Do you think something is going on?
It seems obvious to me that some people took advantage of this unrest to line their own pockets.
I see. Thank you. I'll leave you to
Oh.
it. Farewell, Lieutenant.
Das hat ja geholfen.
Your Excellency, if you really want to know what's going on in this barracks, find me tonight near the church.
To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Quiet. No one must know that I spoke to you. I am Sergeant Friends, and I'm prepared to help you. Don't forget the church tonight.
The Lieutenant's interrogation produced nothing. This sergeant is our only lead.
With this gang's reign of terror, we were lucky to have come across him.
Die Frage ist, wie komme ich jetzt hier raus? Scheiße. Oh Scheiße, oh Scheiße, oh Scheiße. Da guckt mir wieder so ein Gesicht an. Hilfe. Oh, das sieht gut aus. Ist hier ein geheimes Türler? Hier ist nichts. Schade. Wer baut sowas? Da. Nee. Da? Hä? Ich komme nicht raus. Hilfe. Ich gehe jetzt einfach mal rechts. Ich habe mich tatsächlich ins Kackhaus verirrt. Weg. Wie dumm ich bin.